Just before Kim Taehyung, BTS's magnetic heart, set a Gangnam Café ablaze with his viral dance, he did something so unexpected, so profoundly human, that it left fans reeling with adoration. 5 minutes ago, Seoul's quiet night erupted into chaos as Taehyung, in a glowing white shirt and ink-black pants, spun through a cozy café, turning it into a stage that broke the internet. But it's what he did before that dance, those quiet, heartfelt moments, that has the army clutching their hearts, sharing stories, and falling even deeper for the man they call V. Picture this. A superstar who's anything but untouchable, weaving magic in the smallest gestures. Ready for a story that twists as beautifully as Taehyung's moves? Let's dive into the moments that made this night unforgettable. It was 8:40 p.m. when Taehyung slipped into the tucked-away café, a hidden gem in Gangnam where soft jazz hummed, coffee cups clinked, and conversations drifted like a gentle breeze. He was low-key, his face half hidden under a black cap, but his aura was unmistakable, a quiet radiance that made the air feel alive. The barista, a young woman with a nervous smile, fumbled her pour, nearly spilling milk as she registered who stood before her. Patrons stole glances, whispering, "Is that him?" Taehyung, ever the picture of calm, ordered a caramel latte with a polite nod, his boxy smile disarming the room. But before he settled into his corner booth, he did something that set the tone for the night. A gesture so small yet so powerful that it's now etched in every fan's heart. What could it be? As he waited for his latte, Taehyung noticed a little girl, no older than 6, sitting at a nearby table, her crayons scattered across a coloring book. She was struggling, her tiny hands fumbling with a stubborn crayon wrapper. Most would have ignored it, but not Taehyung. He crouched beside her, his cap still low, and with the gentlest voice asked, "Need a hand, little artist?" The girl's eyes widened, not because she recognized him, but because his warmth felt like a hug. He peeled the wrapper with care, handed her the crayon, and sketched a quick star on her page, whispering, "Your art's gonna shine brighter than this." Her mother, watching in awe, later shared the story online, her post going viral. "V helped my daughter with her crayons before he danced. I'm crying." Was this just a fleeting moment, or the start of something more? The cafe's atmosphere was already buzzing with Taehyung's presence, but he wasn't done. As he stood to collect his latte, he noticed the barista's hand shaking slightly, overwhelmed by serving a global star. Instead of brushing it off, Taehyung leaned in, his voice soft but clear. "You make the best latte art I've seen in Seoul." Her face lit up, the nerves melting away, and she managed a shy, "Really?" Taehyung nodded, pointing to the delicate leaf pattern in his cup. "This is art," he said, his sincerity turning a simple compliment into a moment she'd never forget. Fans who overheard shared it online, sparking a wave of "Taehyung is so kind" posts. But what else was he planning in that quiet corner booth? Before the music pulled him to the dance floor, Taehyung did something else that left the cafe in a quiet uproar. A group of students at a nearby table was stressing over a pile of textbooks, their voices tense as they debated a project deadline. Taehyung, sipping his latte, overheard their struggle. Without drawing attention, he scribbled a note on a napkin, not the one from his later dance moment but another, and slid it to them as he passed by. The note read, "You've got this. Take a deep breath and make something amazing." One of the students, a budding army, recognized his handwriting and nearly fainted. They posted a photo of the note online, and fans went wild, dissecting every loop of his script. Was this just Taehyung being kind? Or was he planting seeds of inspiration? By 8:47 p.m., the cafe's playlist shifted to a sultry R&B groove, the kind that begs you to move. Taehyung's foot tapped, a subtle rhythm, as if he were flirting with the beat. But before he stood, he noticed an elderly man sitting alone, his coffee long gone cold. Taehyung approached, his smile warm as sunlight, and asked, "Mind if I join you for a sec?" The man, unaware of Taehyung's fame, nodded, and they chatted briefly about old jazz records. Taehyung listened intently, his eyes sparkling with genuine interest, before quietly paying for the man's next coffee as he returned to his booth. The barista, witnessing it all, shared the story later, and fans melted. Taehyung's heart is unreal. Was this why the room felt so alive when he finally stood to dance? Then the moment everyone's talking about arrived. Taehyung stood, pushed back his cap, and stepped into the open space by the counter. His first move, a slow, deliberate sway, cast a spell over the crowd. Phones flashed out, capturing every second as his white shirt fluttered, his black pants tracing every twist, every glide. His dance was a story sharp yet fluid, as if he were sculpting the air itself. The crowd was silent, then erupted in cheers. "Is this real?" someone gasped. A girl live-streamed, her hands shaking as Taehyung's groove owned the room. But the real shock came when the barista, the one he'd complimented, tossed her apron and joined him, matching his fire with a boldness that screamed destiny. Their chemistry was electric, spontaneous yet seamless, like a duet written by fate. Who was she, and how did she steal the stage with V? The music shifted to a jazzy remix of a BTS classic, pulsing with energy. Taehyung's moves grew bolder, his body weaving through the rhythm like he was its heartbeat. The barista kept pace, adding her own flair, and soon, a few brave souls joined in, turning the cafe into a chaotic, joyful dance party. But Taehyung's eyes held a glint of mischief, a secret only he knew. At the dance's peak, he snatched a napkin, scribbled something with a sly grin, and tossed it to the barista with a wink that stopped hearts. He slid back to his booth, sipping his latte like nothing happened, while fans zoomed in on the napkin, desperate to crack its code. A lyric? A clue? A message for ARMY? The theories exploded, each wilder than the last. The cafe was a buzzing hive, everyone dissecting the dance, the napkin, and Taehyung's earlier kindness. He sat calmly scrolling his phone, likely watching the internet erupt. His outfit became a legend. The white shirt, slightly unbuttoned, catching the light with every move. The black pants tailored to perfection, moving like a second skin. It wasn't just fashion. It was Taehyung's charm, turning simplicity into art. But those pre-dance moments, the crayon, the compliment, the note, the coffee, painted a fuller picture. Fans online were in a frenzy, sharing stories of his warmth. He's not just a star, he's a human angel. Was this all spontaneous, or was Taehyung weaving a larger story? As the night settled, the cafe staff tried to tame the chaos, but the energy lingered like a melody you can't shake. Taehyung paid for his latte, tipped generously, and slipped out the back door, but not before leaving a Polaroid on his table. Him mid-dance, that boxy smile glowing. The barista shared it online. "Thanks for the dance, V." The ARMY went feral, the photo racking up millions of shares. But fans couldn't stop talking about what came before. The little girl's star, the barista's smile, the student's note, the old man's coffee. Each act was a thread in a tapestry of kindness, making the dance even more magical. Was the Polaroid a clue, a keepsake, or just Taehyung's heart on display? By 9:15 p.m., the internet was a battlefield of love and theories. Some swore the dance was a promo for a solo project, pointing to Taehyung's cryptic vibe. Others bet on a BTS show cameo, imagining these moments as behind-the-scenes gold. Romantics whispered about the barista. Did that wink mean more? But it was Taehyung's quiet acts that stole the show. Helping a child, uplifting a barista, inspiring students, comforting an elder. Fans dug deeper, finding the barista was an aspiring dancer, her moves hinting at a past with Taehyung. Maybe a friend, maybe a collaborator. The napkin's logo, spotted by eagle-eyed ARMY, matched a brand tied to BTS's past projects. Was this cafe a secret haven chosen for a reason? The cafe became a pilgrimage site by 9:30 p.m., fans flooding its pages with love. Staff shared more stories. Taehyung complimenting a barista's playlist, laughing at a clumsy customer, leaving a doodle of a dog on another napkin. Each detail made fans love him more, his humanity shining brighter than his stardom. The Polaroid fueled speculation, but so did the crayon star, the encouraging note, the paid coffee. Was this a planned moment, or Taehyung's heart in action? The ARMY dissected every frame, every story, chasing the truth behind his magic. What's he planning next? Will he drop a hint tomorrow? One thing's certain. Taehyung's kindness and dance turned a quiet night into a masterpiece, and the ARMY will love him forever for it.